got big problems. You better call that robot, that spot show, that spot bot. Anybody got a 20 on that spot bot? ETA ASAP. Over. AC fixed. World coolant line fixed. Dirty ass scissor holes fixed. Man, they were like plumbed right full. I don't even know how my road train trailer never had to worry about that. I don't know why. It's probably because I roll around with my mud flaps off more with this truck than I did with my road train. I had a permanent conveyor belt bolted across the back, so chances are I've been kicking up a lot. It looks like a lot of residual from like swamp mats and mud like that, because it was all full of like swamp mat sticks. But yeah, I washed that all out now and it just went down perfect right on the holes. Just seeing that last when I did that rig move, I was struggling, and I thought it was because of maybe a lack of grease, but I greased it. But then I noticed when I was looking around while I was on that rig move, I was like, oh man, it's plumb full of dirt. So it was right full. I don't even know how it gets that full, but I washed that out and it seems to work pretty good now. Hopefully it stays like that for a long time. Note to self, wash out in there once in a while. But anyways, we're gonna go to Calmar, pick up a Floc tank and just bring it back to Clean Harbors. Stay tuned. directions are a little hazy. It's like half mile south, 3/4 mile east into, and I'm like, okay, well, that must be on a dead end. Didn't find a dead end, but I seen the bin after I was already past the road, so I'm like, it must be this road back here. So I'll go back and go down there. The directions could have just came from the paved road right into Calmar there. It looks like it's right by the industrial park there. So I tried to phone the guy that dropped it off, but he must be busy. He's not answering. So no big deal. We'll be there shortly. still hot. It's like, it's upside down. Stop it. Just another easy breezy job. So they're out here. I'm like, what are you guys doing out here? And they're cleaning up flare pits. So like, but a lot of this is where the oil field kind of started for Alberta. Everybody knows Leduc number 1. This is Calmar. We're only 20 minutes from Leduc here. So this was a pretty hot area. So that they got like sheds right in town that just cover wellheads and stuff all over the place here, which I believe in. You see that a lot in like the old parts of Texas and stuff too, or they like have a drilling site like right in a town, but they cover it with this crazy looking, kind of like a grain elevator looking kind of building. Hide it in plain sight. People don't even know that stuff's there, but it's there. So they're cleaning up old flare pits that were used way back. And even when I first started, I recall seeing flare pits where they just flare right into a pit. Comes right out the flare line or whatever and straight into a dugout. Used to see that all the time. Haven't seen it lately. I'm pretty sure it's not a thing anymore, but it was a lot happening in this area, even northern BC. I do recall seeing it too when I first started. So they're scraping up all the topsoil that could be contaminated, haul it out, and then bring in fresh stuff, kind of returning it to Mother Nature. Good to see you, good to see you. Okay, back to town. it's only like 10 minutes outside. It's like enough. It's cookie outside. Well, that's good that that floc tank was heavy enough so I could scissor bag flat, except for it was a little abrupt. Wasn't the smoothest. I'd have to admit myself, I've done better before. Alright, back to the shop. Well, I just spent probably 20 minutes sitting waiting for the train. This is the 2A train. The 444 just happened to cross back and forth like 10 times. And it'll back traffic all the way back to town. Probably all the way into Black Falls. This was a pretty long one. Usually it's not that bad. That BMW that had a spaz like, I'm going this way. Good luck getting out from over there. If he would have just waited, he was ahead of me. He's got that 5 Series. It's probably gonna be full blast. Oh yeah, it's backed up all the way to town. Good choice on the air conditioning car today. Yeah, what a pisser. It's the one thing I hate about working in this side of town. That train gets a guy. It's not usually ever this bad, and it's super mean that they would do this at this time of day. Like right at 5 o'clock when it's the busiest. Oh look, there's the end of it. Even though it was already a kilometer the other way before I turned the camera on. Anyways. That's what you get. I know if I ever move again, I'm gonna make sure wherever I get a job is not around any train tracks that I'll have to cross on my way to and from work.
Drunk style.
Uma ameaça foi detectada. Uma ameaça foi detectada.